Hi guys, Victoria here. Welcome back to my channel. We are in a fairly different setup as you're used to from my channel. Today I am going to record to you my New Year 2023 goal setting and budgeting video that I was requested to do by one of you, and I am happy to answer this request since one of the things that I really love to do is planning and budgeting. And this is something that I think I developed in my life quite well. I work with to-do lists all the time. I love just checking off things from my to-do list. This is my current to-do list. As you can see, a lot of things are already crossed off. This week I have been super efficient. I am trying out some new systems and hoping that they will make me more efficient in my work and just scheduling my time and organizing myself a little bit better, because I have always been doing a lot of things. I always had a lot of stuff going on at the same time, trying to balance private life, work life, family, friends, partner, business, and all that. And on top of all of this, I also have YouTube, which is currently just a hobby for me, but I'm hoping to also develop this into side hustle or side income in addition to my other income streams that I have. So I figured let's do this planning for the year of 2023 together. We're going to start with some goal setting for the year with the various categories, and then we will head into budgeting for the year, or at least for the first few months. So let's go through my 2023 goals together. I have set for myself goals in 4 categories: health and wellness, personal, business and YouTube, and financial goals. In each of these 4 categories, we have 3 to 7 graspable goals that are, some of them are quite realistic, others are kind of wishes that I hope to achieve in this year, and let's see how it all goes. So let's talk about my first category, which is the health and wellness goals for the year of 2023. In this category, I have the longest list of goals. I am continuously working on my physical and mental health to not only to keep it up, but also to make it better. I would say that I'm a fairly healthy person. I don't get sick very often. The last time when I was really sick, it was when I had COVID or when I got the vaccines. After that, I got quite sick, but overall, I have not been so sick in the past few years so that I couldn't work. Outside of those 2 days after each vaccine that I had, when even then I was kind of working a little bit, but it was difficult. Like, I really had to force myself, but I couldn't afford not to, unfortunately, at that time. So yeah, I would like to keep up my lifestyle, my health, but also develop it further, especially my mental health and also the stress levels. I would like to manage better and handle better, and overall, yeah, I just would like to be more fit in my body, that to be someone who can run, a 5K if that's what she wanted to do, or just do any kind of sport without really becoming super exhausted after the first 10 minutes, which happens at the moment sometimes, because I just don't have a very good level of fitness, even though I am an active person and I always do exercise, sometimes more, sometimes less. Most of the time I was doing yoga, try to do it every weekday in the morning. That was in the past year, and I also try to do running when the weather is better, but it's not my favorite things to do. So I have some new achievable goals set up for myself in this category. So the first goal is to go swimming once a month. Swimming is something that I picked up last year as a habit. I didn't like swimming before. I thought it was too complicated for me, having such a long hair, like I spend more time there showering and drying my hair after swimming than the actual swimming part, but also just getting there and coming back from it. So it's like a whole at least 2 hours and the word to go swimming for me, 2.5 more realistically. So it is a time investment for sure, and also money investment. But I think it's quite realistic to do it at least once a month, and if I can, then more times depending on how I feel. Then the second goal is to get a My Clubs subscription. My Clubs is an online tool or an application through which I can register to different gyms and classes and go to yoga sessions or even different dance classes and try out all kinds of different things from all kinds of different gyms in Vienna. So it's a good opportunity to try out different places where they offer different types of exercises, and maybe this helps me to find something that I really like to do, and then from that moment on I can continue doing only that, or I keep this subscription so that I can change up my exercise routines, because I like to try new things and I like to go to new places, and I have some friends who already have this, so I can also tag along to go to classes with them. So I really want to do that. I will do that first in February, since I'm traveling for 2 weeks in January. It doesn't make sense because there are more flexible subscription, gives you 4 classes a month that you can sign up for 49 euros. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do 1 class a week in February, so that's 4 classes. And then they have also an all-in subscription with which you can go any amount of time within the month for 99 euros. So that's actually also a pretty good deal. But since I want to do also the swimming, which My Clubs doesn't have, and I'm also gonna continue doing my at-home yoga routines, and maybe even start running when the weather gets better, and do other things like going skating in the winter and skiing as well. So that's why I think this flexible subscription will be the one for me. Then I have another goal, which is to read every day before sleeping. Today is the 4th of January, and I already didn't read yesterday and the day before. Upon going to bed, basically my nighttime routine in ideal case looks like that I go to bed at least half an hour, if not an hour before I would like to sleep, and then I read for half an hour or an hour. But already yesterday and the day before I didn't do that, although I did listen to my audiobook 15 minutes, so that's how I finish my nighttime routine, with a 15-minute audiobook session, which helps me to kind of fall asleep. Sometimes I fall asleep right away, and then the next day I have to listen to the same 15 minutes. And sometimes I finish the 15 minutes and I press, okay, let's go another 15 minutes. So yeah, I did listen to my audiobooks in the past 2 nights, but I did not read a physical book, which I wanted to finish a book before I start traveling on the 16th of January. I wanted to finish the book that I'm currently reading, which would have required me to read over 30 pages a day. I don't think that's gonna happen, but never say never. I'm just too busy. Then I also would like to track my habits a little bit better, like reading. Like if I read on a certain day, I want to be able to see how many days I skipped reading before going to bed. Also my alcohol consumption. I'm doing the dry January now, but after that I just want to see how many times a week I actually drink at least 1 glass of alcohol, because I'm trying to kind of limit that as well. Then I would like to also track or how many days a week I do exercise in some form. I want to do at least 5 days a week exercise, even if it's just a morning half an hour yoga session, or a long walk, or going cycling for half an hour. But I want to do at least 5 days a week, if not every day something. But for now, like the more realistic goal is to do it 5 days a week, which I have almost been doing before, because as I said, I was always trying to do yoga every morning, every weekday morning, already in the past years. But this time I want to kind of do more difficult exercises that actually help me to build a bit of muscle and also fitness level So that's one of the things I would like to track. And then another thing, which is not really a habit, but I unfortunately do suffer from kind of migraines sometimes, and I kind of would like to figure it out. When do I get these headaches, which are not so bad most of the time? I can still function, I can still do some work, not so efficiently, not so focused as normally, but they are just annoying, and sometimes they can get pretty bad, and sometimes they disrupt my sleep as well, and overall it's just my quality of life when I have these headaches, which can last me for 2-3 days at a time. Then yeah, my quality of life is just not as high as I want it to. So I would like to understand, like, what does it have a connection to? Is it my period cycle that these headaches are connected to? Like maybe their hormonal level changes, or is it something that is connected to more to weather changes, when hot weather or warm or cold weather is coming? And just try to figure out, when do I get these headaches, because they just randomly come and go. That's how I feel it at the moment, but maybe I can find some kind of a pattern in it. So I would like to kind of track that as well, when I have these headaches, and what happened on the days before leading up to those headaches. Then another health and wellness goal for next year is to do social media free days at least once a week, so maybe on every Sunday or something like that. This seems like a pretty hefty goal, to be honest, because I do tend to scroll on social media a lot, especially when I'm not busy. Like when I have a lot of work to do, or when my to-do list is super long, and when I'm alone and I always find something to do at home, or go out, or plan things with my friends, then of course I don't scroll on social media. But when I'm, let's say, visiting my family, or when I'm not so busy, or when I'm traveling, then I tend to scroll a lot, especially Instagram Reels. So yeah, I'm trying to limit that for my mental health. So I'm gonna try to do every Sunday no social media, like no Instagram and no Facebook. These two where I spend a lot of time just scrolling. Then, the last one is I started therapy last year, and I would like to continue attending sessions. These are online sessions, at least once a month, if not twice a month. So ideally it would be twice a month, but it's quite expensive, and it also, just I have to find a time for it, but it's something that I should prioritize. So the goal is to do it at least every month, but maybe twice even every month. It will depend also on my financial situation, if I can afford doing it twice. Yeah, these are my health and wellness goals, and let's go to the second category, which is the personal goals. In my personal goals, I don't have very many goals, but my goals are quite ambitious. The first one is to read more than 20 books this year. Last year I read 19 books. I think I didn't finish 2 of them. I'm still listening to one audiobook that I started last year. I'm still reading one book that I started last year. So this year I definitely want to go over 20. The past years before, in 2020 and 2021, I read over 25 books a year. So I probably won't get to that level because I don't have that much free time that I spend at home, but I still want to read more than this year. This year I was kind of in a reading slump at some point, when I didn't really enjoy that one book that I was reading, or actually there were a few books that I didn't really enjoy, and I was really struggling through them, so I was not so motivated to read. Now I'm kind of more motivated again. Then the next goal is to develop a relationship with a compatible person. Like I would like to start a meaningful relationship with someone. I have been single for a very long time before my last relationship, so I know how to be single. I really don't need a person to be next to me. I just want to share my life with someone, and my past relationship kind of helped me to learn what kind of a relationship I want, what kind of a person I'm looking for that I would like to share my life with. And so now I'm kind of, at the moment not, but I am going to start looking for this person more actively. I have been also dating in the past years at different times with different people and in different countries, and I learned a lot about I had quite a few different experiences with dating as well, and I feel like I'm ready to kind of move on from this stage of my life when I'm just dating around and exploring these different types of relationships that people can have. And I kind of learned what I want. Especially in the past 2 months, I have been thinking a lot about it and journaling a lot about it, and kind of figured out more like where I'm gonna go and who I want to find. So I'm really hoping that this year I will be able to find that person. Of course, this is not something that you can force. So I am keeping an open eye out, and I am actively going to meet new people to be able to find the right one. And then, so this is like a goal, but it's not really something that, I can achieve by just working on it, right? As most of the other goals, I can actually influence from my side and kind of make sure that I achieve those goals, while this one is something that I really cannot have, like I can try, because obviously if I just sit at home and don't even meet people, then it's not gonna happen. But I can just go out there and put myself out there and hope for the best. Yeah, so that was the second one. And then the last personal goal is to do at least one home renovation project. So this year, my lease is gonna be up, my 3-year lease for this apartment, but I already told my landlord that I'm gonna stay. I didn't really have to now commit to, another year or two with this apartment. Now I can actually leave at any time if I find something different. But looking at the opportunities to rent in Vienna at the moment, everything is so expensive, and I really have a good deal on this apartment, and they actually are not going to raise my rent for the next year. Obviously my additional costs like heating, electricity, and the cost of water and all these shared costs of the building have been raised in the past months. That's something that is going up everywhere, but at least the rent didn't go up. It's not going to go up next year as well. So I'm going to use that opportunity to kind of save up, and hopefully I will be able to then later on, hopefully within a few years, move to my own place. But this is another goal, and a financial goal that we'll talk about in a second. So since I'm staying here, I would like to paint the apartment at least, and maybe do some other renovation projects. But the one project that I really want to try is to paint the apartment by myself, which should not be too difficult. I mean, people do that all the time. I just have never done something like this. So I'm hoping that I will be brave enough to do it. Then my business related goals and YouTube related goals are the next category, in which I have, for YouTube, the goal is to keep uploading 2 videos a week. I have not been super consistent in the last year, or since I'm on YouTube with my uploads. I was trying to upload twice a week, but sometimes it was just once, or sometimes I skipped a complete period of time for 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't upload at all because I was just too busy. It is difficult to handle this and manage this with having so many other things going on in my life, so many other projects that I'm working on, and also I have a part-time job as well at the same time. So it's hard to work ahead and create videos for the times when I know that I'm not going to be busy. So I'm trying to do this, but I have to plan ahead much better my content than I have been in the past. Most of my content I didn't really pre-plan very much ahead, maybe just, a week or two ahead, and maybe I just had vague ideas in my head. But I think I need to put it on paper, like on this Tuesday I am uploading this video, so I have to record it before, right? And then on Thursday or Friday I'm uploading that video, and so I have to be more consistent with uploading, because I have been experiencing a lot of up and downs with my subscribers. the amount of subscribers that I have been receiving went up way faster when I was continuously uploading, and then plummeted if I skipped even 1 or 2 videos. And then I had to start from the beginning building up this incoming subscriber stream. So yeah, I have to be more consistent, because I would like to reach 1000 subscribers this year, so that I'm working towards to be able to make some extra cash on YouTube. Then I would like to start an Instagram account for my channel, which I wanted to do since the summer already, or even spring. I just never got to do it. I always postponed it. I said, when I will have 100 subscribers, I will start my Instagram. Then I reached 100 subscribers. Then I was like, when, I don't know, I have more time, I will do it. And so yeah, now I have to do it really. I still didn't do it though, but this year it's gonna happen. And then regarding my business, I would like to be able to work at the World Beach Games, which is gonna be hosted in Bali, Indonesia, which would require me to travel to Bali for at least a month, if not longer, which I really would enjoy, I think. So 4 years ago, in 2019, I was not involved at this event, but I had friends who were involved, and yeah, it seemed like a really cool project to work on and a really fun project. So this year I really want to be involved. It's something that's gonna happen in August. So yeah, crossing my fingers and hoping that this will work out. And then I have projects up until June this year already scored, and then if I have the World Beach Games, then it's another project for July and August. And then from September until December, I don't have any projects yet planned. I mean, I have maybe one actually, which is where I'm gonna help out, but it's not gonna be a really full-time project, so I'm gonna need at least one more project for that period to keep up my income level. And then I would like to make more money in 2023 than I made in 2022, which shouldn't be too hard considering that I started my business in June, and before that I was unemployed for 6 months. So hopefully I will be able to make more money this year than last year. And then this kind of brings us over to my last goal category, which is my financial goals. Here I would like to invest 300 euros a month at least. And this is something what I'm gonna do, because basically I had to make a decision whether or not I'm gonna get an unemployment insurance for myself. And I kind of already passed the deadline and now I cannot get this insurance anymore, but I actually decided that I am not going to get this insurance, because basically I would have had to pay almost 300 euros per month for this insurance. And then in case my business didn't go well, I would have to shut down my business then, and I wanted to sign up for unemployment benefits. Then because of this insurance, I would receive 43 euros per day as an unemployment benefit, which is less than what I received last year when I was unemployed. So, and that amount that I received last year as unemployed was already not a very high amount or very comfortable amount of money as an income. So I just figured it's not worth it for me to pay 300 euros a month and then get such little amount back. So instead, I would like to invest that money every month and spend that money on something that will grow for me in the long run, hopefully. And I'm already investing 100 euros per month already since 2020. So I only have to invest another 200 euros a month, which I would like to do by opening the Flatex account and through Flatex in Austria as well as Germany. Yeah, so Flatex is a depot that you can use to invest in index funds in Austria and also Germany. And so I would like to find some interesting index funds that I can invest in. My only problem, and the reason why I didn't start already investing in 2020, was that I couldn't find many options for ethical investments, like investments which don't invest in oil and gas, weaponry industry, and some other industries where I'm not comfortable putting my money. I will try my best to invest in more ethical options, but I need to start it because I already missed the opportunity so many times. And then I also would like to save up for a down payment. This is something that I would like to figure out next year as self-employed, after how many years of self-employment I could be considered for a mortgage. What would be my minimum payment for getting a mortgage and how much I can actually get, so that I can maybe, start looking at the market for an apartment to buy. So I just continue saving, and I also will have to kind of make an appointment with an advisor to learn the exact details about this. And then there is one more goal that I have that I'm not going to share the number with you guys because I don't feel comfortable with that. But basically, last year my goal regarding my finances was to not go under a certain amount on my bank account, as I was unemployed and as my income was very low in the beginning of the month. I just wanted to set a goal that I should not go below X amount of money. Now that my business is running and my income is continuous and my account is actually growing month to month, now I have a new goal of actually reaching a certain amount rather than not going under a certain amount. But I'm not going to share with you that amount because I don't feel comfortable with that, and I think that you can understand. So these are my goals for 2023. Some of them are quite realistic. Other ones are more like dreams and hopes and dreams, I'd say. And then some of them are maybe gonna be longer term goals, like saving up for a down payment might be something that I will not reach this year, but maybe in the coming years. But at least, I already have it in my mind and I'm already kind of saving up with that mindset. So now we can switch to my 2023 budget. I wish you a happy new year and a successful year where you will be able to work towards the goals that you have set for yourself for the next year, but also for the next 5 years or longer. And wish you all the best, and I hope that you enjoyed my video enough to give it a like and maybe consider subscribing if you are not subscribed yet. I hope to see you at my next video. Until then, goodbye.